Hi guys, it's the old bull here. Fireside Chat, fire, and me sitting beside it, so having a chat. So bull market looks like it has arrived. So when I say the bull market, obviously we've been in the bull market since November 2022, but this is now the beginning of what Raoul Pal calls the banana zone. So this should last somewhere between 12 months and 6 months. Depends on whether the market's short or long. It could actually go into 2026, so a couple of months, 3 months, 5 months into 2026. And it could be as short as the middle of next year, August next year. That's the closeout, the all-time highs, and then we roll over. So we're going to watch the market as we go, but we've got plans for what we're doing and where we're going for both scenarios. So if it's a short market, we've got plans for that, and if it's a long market, we've got plans for that. So what to expect? So let's take a look at this is my personal opinion, so it's not financial advice, blah, blah, blah. My personal opinion is it's going to be a long market. We're going to run probably right through 2025. My personal plans for when I say our family investments, is we're pretty much gearing up, unless we see something different, we're gearing up to be selling near the end of next year. Our personal, the coins that we've collected along the way. Jet and I have quite a big collection of coins that we thought were valuable along the way. And we'll be looking for an exit somewhere in the second half of next year when Bitcoin's roll off its all-time highs and it's on its way down. And that might not happen until 2026. So we'll just watch that and observe. One thing to understand about bull markets is it's not all straight up. All right, bull markets are not just straight up. There's going to be ups, there's going to be retracements, there's going to be sideways movements, consolidation, reaccumulation. Those things are going to happen. It doesn't just go straight up. It only looks straight up on a chart when you put it on monthly or weekly. That's the only time it looks straight up in hindsight. When you're in it, it's going to be a lot of ups and a lot of downs. There's going to be crying and gnashing of teeth, and people are going to be worried and scared. And we're going to have people in the chat in our Discord saying, oh, it's all over, it's all finished, and it's going to rebound and come back again. So the thing to keep in mind here is we are in a season, all right? Just because it rains in summer does not mean summer is over. It just means it's a storm in summer. All right, and you can have 3 or 4 days of bad storms in summer, sometimes a week of bad storms in summer. But that does not mean summer is over. It just means it was a bad storm in summer. That will happen over the next 12 to 18 months. We're going to see ups and downs in this upward movement. But when we look back at it over time, it's going to be pretty amazing. So it should be much more up than sideways or down. So, Big Bulls Club. The Big Bulls Club is Willow's idea, Willow Bull. He came up with this idea and he said, why don't we put together a club for the people who have over 10 million bull? And he said it'd be a good place to have a safe space for people that are actually invested in the company, and they can go there. And so we've got a very low moderator presence there. It's myself and Willow are the only 2 mods that are in that chat. And Willow has 10 million bull himself. So everyone in that chat has 10 million bull. And it's almost no policing. The only policing that goes on is if I get complaints about other people. So we had to ban 2 people last week from the Big Bulls Club, which is unfortunate because they actually earned their way in there. They had 10 million bull. We're not sure whether they've sold it or not. But just like they were in general chat, those 2 people were starting to be negative in the Big Bulls chat. So I don't know what's wrong with some people. They just, I don't know. They must have some sort of hard on about being negative about stuff all the time. And after I received the 7th or 8th DM from other members saying these guys are really pissing off my mood in this chat, I thought we better just fucking fix this. So we did. We exited them out of that club. And as I said, unfortunate, but we won't tolerate that sort of behaviour on an ongoing basis. So I've got no qualms with someone having a bad day, and I've got no qualms with someone having a good question. as long as it's sincere and it's coming from a good place. When people ask questions purposely just to aggravate and to cause annoyance, I won't tolerate that. In that particular club, we're much more open in general chat because we have new people coming in and we've got to be a bit more flexible. But in the Big Bulls Club, that's where the guys with big balls hang out. And almost all those guys are doing very well in real life outside of crypto. So they're all professionals or business people or, etc. So it's a really good space. There's a lot of alpha in there that we share with them about what we're doing as a company that we don't share in general. If you've got the ability to get into that club, get into it. It's a good place to be, lots of fun, and certainly a good group of guys because they're all self-made, doing well. All right. Something that Amanda talked about the Big Bull Club at breakfast this morning, which was really good as well, was that there's a lot of old bulls in there, and not just me. I mean, I call myself the old bull. I don't know if you know that joke, but I'm the old bull, Jet's the young bull. But there's a lot of wisdom. Old bulls tend to get wisdom through experience. And there's a lot of that in that group. There's a lot of people that have been around the world, experienced a lot of things. There's guys that have fought in wars. There's guys that have run multi-million-dollar businesses. There's guys that have invested, several $100,000 into Playable. There's guys that have achieved all sorts of things outside of Playable. So it's interesting conversations, and there's a lot of experience there that is being shared with the younger guys. And I think that's probably one of the things that's missing out of life, is that we've moved away from the small village. And in the small village, the reason small villages work so well, so a small village is classified as under 150 people. The reason small villages work so well is, number one, everyone knows everyone. All right, so when you're in a small village, you know that kid belongs to that family. All right, and you know that guy is the guy that owns the farm up on the hill. So with that knowledge of who everyone is comes a responsibility to the community and an accountability to the community. And it also allows sharing of knowledge in the community from the people that have experience to the people that are new and coming up. And Amanda said that's one of the really important things that she's recognised in the Big Bulls Club, is that there's a lot of sharing going on about life experiences and what one person's done and how someone else has done it, and then talking about it and sharing it. And I really love seeing that. It's very exciting. So basically, thanks Willow. It's a superb group. We've really formed, and I'm very proud of our Discord in general. We've got a great set of mods. Our general chat's really strong. It's been a lot of fun this week, hasn't it, with the green candles. We've finally broken out of that. Let's see. Let me just tell you how long it's been. It's been June. So June 18, we've been going sideways until now. So all of June, all of July, all of August, and most of September, we've gone sideways. So nearly 4 months of literal sideways movement, ups and downs on that support line. But we've had that support line running at 00117. So, and that's been intact. It's been broken a couple of times, but overall it's been intact. It's come, so when it gets, so if a support line gets broken and then it jumps straight back above it, the support line is still intact. So it's been intact for 4 months. And we've now had the breakout. We've gone through the resistance line. There was in a downward trend resistance, and we're now settled well above that. So green candles are super exciting, and obviously you can see in the general chat and in the Big Bulls Club. So yeah, people are really excited, and now that we're in the bull run, that's probably going to continue on an ongoing basis. So stay positive, guys, and keep your eye on the prize. One of the things that has come up in the Big Bulls Club that I do want to talk about is diversification. All right. It shouldn't be a race to hold as much bull as you possibly can. I'm very happy for people to buy bull and have large investments in bull. That's not a problem. And supporting this project is obviously helpful to the project. And I believe it's going to do very well. But No one knows what's going to happen. We don't know whether the governments are going to shut down all crypto across the world. We don't know whether there's going to be a world war. Things could go wrong. And if things go wrong, make sure you're diversified. Make sure you've got irons and other fires. So, don't have all your eggs in one basket. Now, if you only have a little tiny bit of money, then obviously my suggestion would be try and find 2 or 3 good projects like this one and put those irons into those fires. All right, don't go so wide. I mean, I like to have 10 or 15 wide projects. I think that's a much better diversification. But if you don't have a lot of money, then 2 or 3 is better than 1. All right. So, and the trouble is, one of those or 2 of those could fail, and only one makes it, and you're going to kick yourself wishing you had it all in the one that made it. But you can't ever get that right. You just got to diversify. That's the safest option. All right. So, quick overview of where we're up to. We're in the final quarter of 2024. We always said this was probably going to be where the bull run was going to start, and here we are. It looks like it has started, and it looks like Bitcoin's going to continue up now past its all-time high and on towards 100,000. As soon as it gets above 74,000 and into that new all-time high territory, we're going to see an explosion of interest in Bitcoin. The American dollar's falling. While the American dollar's falling, we have the S&P 500 and the FTSE and all these stock markets around the world making all-time highs. They're calling for a recession and everything's going up. I mean, the media is so backwards. I say to my mum, if you're hearing it in the media, it's almost definitely the opposite is happening in real life, right? It's just a rigged game out there. So we're looking very strong for a good fourth quarter of this year. And my expectation would be we're going to have a good fourth quarter, and then we're possibly going to see a pullback in January, February, and then another run. And that'll be possibly the final run, or it could be a second leg of a final run. So we're going to see. But it's going to be exciting whatever happens. It's going to be upwards movement. All right, so on the home front, what we're doing in Playable, we have Nexus November. We've got the abilities coming. So we call this Nexus 1.0. The game we've had out so far is not complete. It's been a good start. It's showing people we can build a game, but it's not complete. We wanted the abilities in and we want the jungle in. So the jungle's not going to come till next year, but because that's got a bunch of different things that's happened. But the abilities are coming and they're going to be so exciting. It's going to change the gameplay up a lot. It's going to give you a lot more variation in gameplay. At the moment, Nexus is very one-dimensional, and we know that. We're working on it. The abilities are going to, it's going to blow your mind. That's going to be fantastic. That will be out by November. We've planned all these things to be ready for the peak of this end-of-year run. So this isn't the end of the bull run. This is just the peak of the first one and the first upward leg. And we know that Christmas and this should send us, I mean, I'm guessing, I have no idea whether this is going to happen, but I would be expecting us to be well over 2-3 cents by the end of this year. All right, I would think that would be a fair run for us to achieve. But we'll see what happens. It doesn't matter if it doesn't happen. If it happens next year, that's fine. All right, so Nexus is looking fantastic. It's going to look amazing by the end of the year. Ordinum, we've got it as a closed beta. Basically, it's a fully working game. It has bugs in it, which all betas do. But it is working and you can play it and it's astonishingly good. It's fun to play. The graphics are amazing. The game looks amazing. The way the cards move around on the board and the effects that are happening there, etc., make it really engaging and feel like you're in a real battle. It's very well done. And I'm super excited for Ordinum. We've got, when that comes out in about a month's time into full release, the cards will be available to buy, and that's going to be a huge utility boost to the Bullcoin. People will be buying packs of cards, and they'll be hunting for those super rare cards that are going to be worth a lot of money. There's a set of cards that we've put into the pack that are super rares, and they will immediately go up on the marketplace and be sold for a lot. It's like the old bull skin or the demonic skin in Nexus. One sold last week for $1 million bull. So $1,000 US. So someone found that skin in game and they got $1,000 US for it. I mean, it's a great way to make some side cash out there. All right, Dogs of War. Well, my pet project, as the joke goes, doing really well. We've got the world just being built for the first time. So we have a world we can run around in. You'll see some video of that coming out over the next couple of weeks. And the alpha is planned for end of November. So that's very exciting. And I can't wait for you to get in there and try that and be part of an open world experience, full survival mode, PvP, battling PvE. You're battling beasts in there. You've got wolves and bears and some creatures that are going to be popping up. You've got other people trying to kill you, and you're trying to beat the elements of the world. It's going to be a dynamic game. It's going to be exciting, and people are going to love running around in that. And finally, War of Steel and Starving Martian, both ticking along. Starving Martian, we've had a little bit of a setback with some of the mobile stuff, but we're working on that, and it's just to do with integrations, etc. And War of Steel is looking really strong. Again, we're looking for a November, December release for that into a closed alpha. So that will be very exciting to jump around. Big mechs. The map is looking amazing. It's a 4 kilometre by 4 kilometre map. And yeah, very, very exciting. So that's Fireside Chat for today. If you've got any questions, give me a yell. Don't at me in general chat. You'll get in trouble for that. But you can just go to suggestions or ask us anything. We've got to ask us anything. Question in Discord. So, yeah. I'm the old bull. Hang in there, guys. It's going to get really exciting. I'm out.